Hey guys, I'm Shaun 𝗟𝗲𝗳 and I'm the new product development manager here at Anzo USA. And today I'm going to be walking you through the steps on how to install your 19 and up Ford Ranger taillights. So as you can see right here, we have our black housing with the crystal clear lens. This is also available in one other option, and that's with the black housing and smoke lens. As you can see here, we have our running lights, which is the surround, the center, and then the bottom part of the surround. We have our reflector here, and then this part right here, that is your brake, and also doubles as a turn signal. So this piece, and this piece all double as a turn signal, and you'll get your sequential in through here, and we'll show that at the end of the video. Now down here we have our reverse light, and then right here is the bliss sensor module. That's the cover. All lights will have this, and ours does fit on both models, and we do provide a harness that fits both models. And those are all detailed in the written instructions as well as in this video. So let's go ahead and get the process started. Tools needed: ratchet, a 10mm, a T20 Torx bit, and a Phillips screwdriver. Okay, so to remove the OEM tail light, what we're going to do is we're going to start by lowering the tailgate. This will give us access to the two 8mm bolts right here on the inside jamb that hold the tail light on. So for that, we're going to use our socket and ratchet. Go ahead and take these off. Now that we've removed the two 8mm bolts, all we have to do, you can see it's loose, so there's a locator pin here and here, and these go straight into the bedside this way. So what we're going to do is we're going to lift out, and we just want to rock it back and forth until it releases like this. Then what we're going to do is back here, we're going to release this red tab and disconnect the harness. So use both your hands and pull it off. Now there will be another tab with the little zip tie attached to the back of the taillight to remove the harness from. And as you can see, this model has the bliss set up. So what we're going to do now is we're going to transfer this to our new housing. Okay, so to remove this bliss module, what we're going to do is we're going to remove these four 7mm bolts. Okay, so now once you have these removed, you go set them aside. And all you need to do is pull up on the edge so it releases from these two pins right here. And then you'll notice you don't want to pull it straight out because there is a harness that is connected to this in here. So if we flip this over, and your first inclination is going to be, okay, so right here I can release it down. But if you press this and push down, there's not enough room. As you can see, I can't pull the harness out. So what we're going to do is we're going to release these two T20 Torx. And this is very easy to do. Just grab your ratchet and attachment for your T20 Torx, or if you're using a screwdriver, you can use the T20 Torx screwdriver. So we're going to release these, and we're going to pull these screws all the way out. That way we're not messing up the wiring at all. So those like that. Just take our attachment from our tool, and now you want to set these aside because we do need to reuse those. So we're doing this process is solely just so we can disconnect it so we can get it into the new light. So set that aside, and then next you just want to tilt this forward and slide this out. So we'll set this off to the side, and now the harness is disconnected. So now we'll set this to the side too, because we can't reassemble that just yet. So what we're going to do is we're going to set this off. We don't need the stock tail light anymore. And we're going to grab our new tail light. So we have 4 pre-installed Phillips screws, and we're going to reuse these versus the 7mm. Now you can reuse the 7mm, but we do provide these screws with this cover, so you could just reuse these ones and keep the other stuff with the original tail light. Now, if you don't have a bliss system, you can completely just skip this whole step and you'll use the provided harness that came in the instruction bag along with a resistor, and you'll just use that and plug it in and reinstall the tail lights and you'll be good to go. But for the models with 𝗗liche systems, we have to go through this extra step. So this is just a cover, and what we did was we have the harness just plugged into the back of the cover. So you just push that to release it. You can set this off to the side. So next, what we're going to do is make sure we have our Torx bit driver, and we will plug this piece in. Make sure it snaps. Then we'll grab this piece, just like this. Now there's these ears on the bottom of it that you want to slide right in here to lock it down, and line these holes up, and then what we'll do is get these started, and we can run these in and re-attach it to the tail light. We'll do that. Make sure you tighten these up pretty good. You don't need to be a strong man and over tighten them, but you do want to give them a good snugness with your ratchet, or if you're using the screwdriver, you know, just a good hand tightening. Because again, this housing right here is just plastic, so you don't want to crack that or anything. These modules can get quite expensive. So now we'll just flip this over, reline this back up with these holes, and push it all the way in. That way that gasket is sealing really good. Another thing you can do, since there is a rubber gasket around this, is use some lithium grease right along here. And that will help. One, it'll help slide into the housing really nice, and then it'll create that barrier to where moisture can't get through if there is, for any reason, any gap, or if this thing gets pinched in between here wrong while you're seating it. So we'll just reuse these. And again, you don't want to use a drill on these, you just want to go hand tighten. That way you don't crack the housing or anything. And they will snug right back up. Okay, so now that this is all transferred over, we can go ahead and install our tail light into the truck. Okay, so we've got the 𝗗liche module all transferred into the new tail light. So real quick, I just wanted to go over. So this is a 𝗗liche module tail light connector. And you can also tell because it's got the sensor pocket right here on the outside with the what looks like a Bluetooth symbol or Wi-Fi symbol on the outside of it. It's for the 𝗗liche. But for those models that don't have it, we do provide a harness. So this light will work with both 𝗗liche and non-𝗗liche models. So all it is, very easy, as you can see our 𝗗liche models, those will plug right into the back of our tail light, just like it does from factory on this one. And then this one, on your non-𝗗liche models, will have this connector. And basically what this connector does is swaps out on this side, and you'll just plug this into here, and then you'll have this. And then lastly, you'll have a resistor. And this you can just put up in here, clean it with the towel, some alcohol or acetone, something to get any dirt off that's in there. Peel back this red sticker, and then place this right on the vehicle in here. This is so your turn signals don't hyper flash. So now that we've gone over the harness, let's go ahead and reinstall our tail light. So this is just super easy. We'll plug this back in like this, lock down the tab. This goes in here like this. Now you'll want to line up these outer push pins and push those in really good. That way they're tight on the vehicle. And now we can put in our 1mm bolts and check out what the tail lights look like.